Hey there. I am at a Savers that I have not been at for many months. Many months. So, liable to find some pretty good stuff, especially since I'm here 10 minutes before they open the door. So I'll be one of the first ones in to find all the juicy stuff on the shelves. So, I'm going to take you with me. Let's go see what we can find. Let's go. Okay, I actually really loved that this Savers did not have the big stupid poles on the shopping cart, so I can actually load it up and know I can get it to the car. I go straight to the end caps, guys. This is where they usually like to plop the newest stuff out, and I spot these Coca-Cola canisters. And the reason I just grabbed these was I have a brother who is a Coca-Cola collector, so worst case scenario, they could always be a gift. I guess I shouldn't say worst case scenario. It's always good to have a gift to give to your brother, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, like, if they're not really worth selling. And yes, I was messed up by the stupid arrows on the floor because I really wanted to go down the first aisle first. And of course, you know me, going for the turtles, and I almost took it, and I thought, no, it's a sea turtle. It's not a tortoise. Tortoise. I just said tortoise. I normally pick up these art glass fish. They do pretty good, but that one obviously was quite broken. Scanning, looking for interesting stuff. This was pretty cool. There's no name on it. But then I noticed it had a crack. Darn it. One of the few things that was actually priced reasonably for what it was. I'm just always looking for something that kind of jumps out at me. And it can get a little difficult sometimes with trying to stay focused on the viewfinder of the camera and not missing things on the shelf. These were super heavy. They came from some school or college or something. There are a ton of baskets everywhere I go because they totally missed out on the Easter basket sale time period. So there's going to be a lot of baskets out there. So now I backtracked back to that first aisle. As you can see, I'm going the right way. Nobody else was, but I followed the rules. I loved these reindeer, or deer. I think they're supposed to be reindeer. I really wrestled with whether to get them or not. They remind me of some of the Mark Roberts stuff, but they didn't have any tags. They weren't marked. Couldn't really say who done it. I put him in my cart to try to look over and see if there was a tag. Nope, nothing. And it's $6.99 each. That was a little steep. I probably would have bought these at $3.99, maybe even $4.99, but not at $6.99. Just couldn't do it. And I've had a lot of people asking me for these Bing and Grondel B&G pottery plates. They've become, I guess, pretty popular, so I grabbed that one. It didn't have a price, but I grabbed it. Trying to figure this thing out. Really interesting, heavy pewter. It had a Hong Kong mark on it. That thing is taped down in the middle. I'm not sure what that is. I think it goes on the other side. And at $12.99, I definitely was not going to pick that up, but keep an eye out for what happens. They had a ton of these cherished teddies. Again, at $6.99, it's not happening. And at $7.99, I was like, nope, not doing it. Not at $7.99. This was really cool. I'm not sure about the maker. And at $7.99, it wasn't something I could take home and take a risk on to learn. Ends up they don't sell well as a single plate. I generally don't pick up singles of dishes. Even this teacup, even though it was a nice little teacup, without the saucer that goes with it, probably not going to bring much. This appears to be a Delft piece. Of course, they slapped the price tag right over any mark that might be there. Still would only bring about $12 to $15, so it was a pass. This is another incredibly heavy piece of glass. I was looking for a signature, which is usually going to be like a little acid etched mark. I didn't see one. I don't have any idea about this piece, and without a name or something to go by, it was just too heavy to take a chance, and it had a chip. I loved this piece. I was super excited. This Lotus, this glass or crystal prism Lotus dish, not old, but very cool, but they wanted $10 for it. I spotted this big elk statue up on the shelf, and I thought, oh, $7.99, and they just announced half price on green tags. And then I saw his big broken horn, but that made me think, oh, those plates were green tags. So now it meant they were half price, so they're only $4. So I did grab some of these plates. And at $6.50, I took a chance on this, thinking worst case scenario, I can only get 15 to 20 for it. I mean, it's got that much pewter on it. I will have to probably glue that other piece back on the other side. Now that I realize that's what that is. I'm just going back and checking for any green tags that I missed. I was really hoping those were green tagged, but they weren't. I was trying to figure out what was on the inside of this, and I finally figured out it was a horse jumping over a fence. But I couldn't figure out, like, for the horse to be standing the right direction, it didn't stand up on its own. There's more of this blocky glass stuff. There was a lot of that today. I loved him. I would have bought him, but not at $10.99. Good gravy, their prices were, whew, they were killing me. It was like everything seemed to be $6.99 and up that I would remotely think of buying. It was a tough day for picking here. And the shelves are not even all that full. Which may be why they're going high on the pricing. I don't know. I wish I could get into the minds of those that are doing the pricing sometimes. So I spot these little salt and pepper shakers. They are food dogs. They do really good with food dogs. Now, they had individual prices, which I wasn't real thrilled with, but I was going to take them up and ask for a discount at the end. And since it's not something I filmed, I will tell you they did give them to me for $5.99. So I went ahead and did it. I almost brought this little lady home with me, and then I realized She's missing a hand. Darn it. This guy was newer. These were interesting, but again, modern, newer, not gonna have much value past the $4.99 that they're selling them for. This was cute, but again, kind of, it's, you know, it's kind of something that doesn't have a lot of function, so it's gonna be a lot tougher to sell. This elephant was kind of cool. Almost grabbed him. I was just getting really turned off by the pricing. So on to the next row, and I spot this. It really looks like Lennox. Turned it over, no mark. So I look on a bigger piece because sometimes they don't mark the smaller pieces, and all they've got is a 3006. So still don't know who done it, and China's already really hard to sell, much less not having a maker name with it, so it was a pass. Of course, I spotted and grabbed this horse, even at $12.99. I knew I had a 20% off coupon, so I grabbed him. If nothing else, I can sell him in person at the antique mall for like 25 bucks. I didn't realize it at the time, but his tail has been repaired, so he probably will definitely go to the antique mall. And you know me and my birds. I just needed another bird for my kitchen, and I'm hoping they're going to give me a good price at the register since he didn't have one on him. This was really interesting. It almost looked like it was a carnival glass underneath this glittery coated texture, but yet the inside was white. I wasn't quite sure what to think about that. And these are candles. Kind of cool looking. This cute little bunny says USA, so tells me it's probably vintage, and it's probably a cotton ball dispenser since his little tail has a hole where it's supposed to be, so he went in the cart. Spotted this little bird cage, and now it definitely wouldn't work for a bird, but it would work for a decoration. That's kind of a thing now, is to put some sort of a flower decoration inside these old bird cages, and even though it's got a repair on it, for $4.99, that was a good deal. I do skim the dishes. I'm not a big dish seller, but I will skim the dishes and look for anything that's like super vintage and mid-century and such. I like to look at everything. These were actually melamine, and I think they were the older melamine. Kind of cool, but not my thing. And I skim the plastics, but don't really ever find anything in the plastics, but I always have to look. I guess that's my OCD thing. If I don't look, then I'll always wonder what I missed. I pulled these down because the Rainforest Cafe at downtown Disney has been closed for some time. So I thought they might have some collectible value. I did look them up, and they really aren't selling for much, so I ended up putting them back. Spotted some depression glass. Now it's interesting, it says ×4, but there's only 3 pieces here, and there's no lid for the sugar, so I'm wondering if that's what the 4th piece was, or what the 4th piece was that somebody had to grab. This is another row that I always kind of skim down and generally don't find a whole lot, but you never know, you know? You gotta look. You gotta look. You can see, I go pretty fast. And then I spot the elephant. And he was really cool, and I know these sell, and they sell for about that much. They usually sell for $15 to $20, and I will pick them up if the price is right. But at $15, not happening. But that lady right there was just like insisting that I put it in my cart, so I did. And as soon as she walked away, I put it back up. This was some Polish glass, nothing special, nothing special. Kind of a plain piece of Polish glass. I loved this teapot. It actually depicts the fruit of the spirit. And then I noticed that big old honkin' crack. Darn it. But I did spot the little hummingbird figurine next to it for $2.99. He went in my cart. Almost looks like it was a lid to something, but I'll take it because I love hummingbirds. It was quite busy. I had to get around the people. This was really cute. I almost grabbed it, and then I thought, I did end up putting it back. Yep. Changed my mind. This looked like a Jim Shore pig, and it had me fooled at first. And this was just a cute little rabbit jar. It did some wrestling of, you know, as I'm trying to increase my ASP, my average sale price, I more and more wrestle with leaving things on the shelf that I might have picked up before. This was an interesting tequila bottle, is what it ends up being. See, I'm going the right way. That lady was going the wrong way. People are just not paying attention to the arrows on the floor. It would make life so much easier. This is pretty funny. It'd be a good Father's Day gift for somebody. This is very old. It's made in Japan, but you can see all the gold has left it. I think this was a toilet brush holder. Pretty funny, but big and obnoxious to ship, and not enough value. I always skim all the art, never know what you're going to find. This was quite interesting. It was a carved wood piece, had some age on it, but Sardegna, I have no idea what that is. Honestly, I haven't even looked it up. But just something about it just didn't grab me. Not much in the lamp department today either. Okay, so here's what I ended up with. The Coca-Cola stuff I will probably end up giving to my brother who collects Coca-Cola stuff for his birthday or Christmas or something. But I gotta say, it has been really super disappointing. The prices were absolutely insane. I fortunately had a 20% off coupon. And now I'm halfway to another 20% off coupon, but I got to spend another 50 bucks before I get that 20%. So I don't know. I really wish they'd go back to the punch cards with Savers. I may go try another one that's in this area. We'll see. Might be a Goodwill. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to end up next, but I'm going somewhere else because this is my day to shop. Okay. See you on the next one.